Go.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Talking Gotham, 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 talking Gotham.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Talking Gotham. I'm one-third of your co-hosts. My name is Ryan Cam. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We are about to embark proper onto season 1 of Gotham. The series premiere is in the rear view, and it's about to become a little more fleshed out. But first, I have to introduce my co-host. Always on the bottom, it's Jacob Collins. Jacob, how are you?
Brought to you by Blah Blast.
Baja Blast.
Mountain Dew.
I'm doing well, actually. Yeah, I just finished these episodes a few minutes ago, so like I'm fresh in my mind. You know, I finished them not too long ago, but I'm really happy. These episodes are really good. I mean, they're one I didn't like as much, but I really still enjoyed these episodes as a whole. Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about Gotham. Yeah, I will always hold small talk forever in my heart. So I'm wishing that brand today.
I knew I should have changed the name. Always hold on to small talk.
Well, Matt Wyatt, how are you?
I'm doing good. I finished those 3 episodes, and I will say that the other 2 episodes I wasn't a fan of. They were more like the villains of the week episodes. They were fine, but they weren't the best. But I think the Arkham episode was my favorite because they kind of pushed forward to the main story and where the direction is going. And and yeah, I think that the third one's a better episode for me.
Well, we're about to get into it, but if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the like, hit subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. Let us begin. Let us get into Season 1, Episode 2, called Selina Kyle.
What the hell happened to you anyhow?
It was my own fault, but I'll be back, stronger and smarter than ever.
Did anyone ever tell you, when you walk, you look just like a penguin?
No, nobody's ever told me that.
The boy respects you. Trust him.
Bruce, you're hurting yourself.
I'm testing myself. This is Gotham. You don't bend, you'll get broke.
I'm gonna do what's right. I'm so righteous. Not long since you put a man in the river.
You're just a little sinner like the rest of us.
Episode Selina Kyle, and it's directed by Danny Kanan, who directed the episode, and an episode aired on September 29th, 2014. Gordon and Bullock start investigating the abduction of the street kids by Patty and Doug, operatives of Dr. Francis Dollmaker, aka the Dollmaker, and have been posing as members of the mayor's homeless outreach program. Mayor Aubrey James announces plans to help Gotham's homeless kids, rounding them up and shipping them out of town. Patty and Doug hijack one of the buses of the street kids, including Selina. After Bullock's extreme interrogation of an informant, Gordon obtains a clue. Gordon and Bullock arrive and catch Patty and Doug while encountering Kyle. While Bruce has plans to find a way to help the children, Gordon meets with Kyle, who states that she has been watching him during his visits with Bruce and might have some information on the person who shot the Waynes. Meanwhile, Cobblepot kills one of the 2 men after they mock him his walking pattern. Okay, he takes his refuge in a rented trailer after his faked death, plotting his return to Gotham City, having kidnapped the other man for ransom. Falcone confronts Mooney for her plans to overthrow him. Having heard from Cobblepot, the former warns her by having her lover beaten. Alan and Montoya investigate Cobblepot's mother.
So, that's a lot going on there. Collins,
That's a full of mouths, full of words.
Yeah, do you know what a synopsis is?
You do realize that he reads on IMDb that explains the whole fucking episode of every plot point. Have you not learned anything from small talk?
Well, I was sitting there just listening, and I'm like, wait, that's the whole freaking plot of the episode. Usually, I thought it was like
doesn't he? Oh, yeah, but yeah, we've done that for small talk. I don't see how that's any different.
I'm just like listening, going like, wait, that's the whole freaking plot of the episode.
Well, I can read off the IMDb synopsis here. It's literally just a sentence. It's someone is kidnapping homeless kids, and one of them is a young girl named Selina Kyle. Meanwhile, Oswald Cobblepot goes off the grid. That's it.
Yeah, actually, Matt's was better. I'm gonna say Matt's was better.
Yeah, don't get jealous. Don't get jealous.
I'm just like sitting there like wondering like he's reading the whole fucking plot of the episode. But
So
yeah,
our options are either too much or not enough, with no in between.
we'll let the coin decide.
Okay, how about in the future I'll keep it short for the fucking Wikipedia page.
You went on Wikipedia to read this? You went on Wikipedia to read it?
Yeah. They pretty much explained everything that happened in this episode.
Okay.
Well, this is I guess a Freak of the Week episode, even though it's a Villain of the Week episode, and we get a criminal couple, I guess. And this was an interesting choice to me, and I think they were actually pretty solid. I like the idea there. I like the young girl who plays Selena Kyle. Her name is Cameron Bikendova. I butchered that. I'm sorry, but I thought she was great, and overall, I really enjoyed this one.
I do like this episode a lot. Like one thing I like is like I like Alfred getting angry at Bruce because he's trying to burn his hand. Like Bruce is trying to embrace like the pain, like the Batmanisms of it, like where he's doing this to like learn to get rid of his pain, like it's just tolerate pain. And I thought that was really well done. And I love whenever Alfred's like this, he says, "Show me your hand," and then like all of a sudden he goes, "You stupid boy," and then he's like, and then he tries. And after he yells, he really just shows him like compassion. And I thought I like that scene a lot because it shows you that Alfred does truly care to Bruce like a son. Even though it's not his son, he's trying to raise him like his ward. And I like that Bruce is trying to he's because we all know that when Bruce dies, the character of Bruce Wayne is dead. It's really Batman is the what is born. And I like that we're starting to embrace the idea of okay, Bruce is no longer like that little kid that died in the alley. That kid died in the alleyway. He's like, I want to find out about my parents. I want to stop the people. I want to stop the people. I want to do what the GCPD cannot do. And I like that aspect of that,
I did like that. And I also, like the young actor who plays Bruce, David, these names. Mazouz. I'm probably butchered that one too, but David Mazouz I thought was great as well, and that whole scene with him and Alfred was great. I like Bullock is kind of becoming one of my favorite characters in this show. I don't know how hot of a take that's going to be, but there it is. Like
he's a fun character.
I mean, he's corrupt. He's not someone you would want to know personally, but he's so compelling, and there's an aspect to him like you don't know where he's coming from that I like. And
for me personally, there are times, I do like his portrayal as Bullock, but there are times where he kind of annoy me when he goes a little too over the top with his interrogation methods, especially with that fucking homeless kid played by Kyle Massey from That's So Raven. Remember that kid?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought his acting was so out of place. I was like, it kind of had cringy scene to me, in my opinion. I didn't like it.
The kid's Kyle Massey.
Yeah, Kyle Massey. You remember that kid from That's So Raven? He was the kid. He was the homeless kid that got away.
You're saying his acting wasn't that good in the episode?
No, his acting was not that good.
I kind of agree with you on that because I was like, it just
come on, like, are you going to tell me you're straight faced that his acting was great? It was terrible.
I do kind of agree with you, Matt, on that. I do agree with that.
And in Bullock, like as much as I like Bullock, but I feel like this scene itself kind of went a little too far on the edge of his methods, of his interrogation methods. Like, I'm going to beat you to death. Like, okay, dude, chill out, take a chill pill, dude. You're a little too much, dude. Why would you assume that homeless kid would kill a veteran homeless dude? I'm sorry, that was a little too much.
Bad cop, and I think
I know he's trying, but he went a little too much on overacting.
It's funny. It's funny though. I just thought it was funny. It's like the guy's chasing, the kid's running, and the guy just chases him, throws him through a window, then runs away.
I know that was a little off right there. I was like, wait, what? How can you miss? You were able to catch your target by that knockout dart, whatever the hell that was that you were pointing at those victims, and suddenly you keep missing him.
This kid's limping too, by the way. The kid's limping.
Yeah, he was limping.
You can't catch it through that glass.
He falls through the glass. It was so laughable. I couldn't take it seriously.
This kid would not last a minute in Game Changer Wrestling.
I do like Harvey saying the line though. I got you coffee, but I dropped it. And Gordon saying thanks. Like,
Their
I thought that was
dynamic is so good. It's some of my favorite stuff in this entire series so far. They bicker like an old married couple. Gordon clearly knows that Bullock is not like he's talking out of both sides of his neck, but at the end of the day, they come together just enough to make it work. I love that.
I think he does want to care, but at the same time, he's just playing ball like everybody else in the GCPD because they're corrupted by the crime mob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Falcone runs everything. They're like,
Yeah, he runs the city. The MCU, the major crime unit are the only ones that are not the ones who are corrupted by the mob.
Like when he says he's with the program, like when he tells the captain Sarah Hessett he's with the program, meaning that because with Cobblepot, which I will say about, I do like when Oswald was like walking up the street and then he hitchhikes and then he's like trying to be all friendly, like he says I have he says I have friends now, you too. And then they call him like a penguin. He said, "You walk like a penguin." And then he just gets angry and he's like, kills one and then
Come
takes
on,
the
like
other.
that's it was cool, but at the same time, like, dude, you really have to spell it out for us that we know he's Penguin. You think we're that dumb enough to know who that character is? And it plays a little bit of a stereotypical of those bullies, like, oh, hey, the asshole college kids are being addicted to this one dude. Like, come on, we've seen that dumb before. But it was cool that he just fucking murders one of them and takes one of them hostage for ransom
Yeah, he
money.
calls the mom too for demand for a ransom, and then
and she's like, "Fuck off!"
And he's just basically like, "Well, your mom doesn't love you."
I find that very funny. The mom's like, "Fuck it," she just did not buy into it.
What was that house like for this mother to like have this attitude towards her son? I want to know.
The asshole. The son may be an asshole.
Which made me laugh though when he was just like, which I said, which I honestly, which I do like, I don't know why. I think his portrayal of the Penguin so far is really good. Like,
oh, he's really good. I won't lie. I mean, sure, it's not the kind of what I would choose, but right now he's really growing on me.
My one nitpick is that he's talking about this war a bit too much. Like, there's a war coming. There's
a war coming. A terrible war. Every time they play the fucking recap, it just him comes out. There's a war coming. A terrible war. Dude, we fucking know already. Don't spell it out for us.
We get it.
We get it.
They're so hard trying to sell him as the crime boss,
Yeah.
Actions across these 3 episodes, they're certainly lining him up for it, but we'll get to that.
And now the mayor just wants to round up a bunch of homeless kids. One of them who are not like that did any petty crime goes into the homeless shelter, and the ones that do create a petty crime gets to go upstate juvenile detention center. Which the mayor's kind of a douchebag to these kids. Really?
That episode is like, it's very, very, I don't know. Episode is really aged like fine wine, don't you think, Matt? Very similar, to certain ideas in society that are happening right now, don't you think, Matt?
You'll give those people fuel for their theories. Watch out.
but seriously, I will say though, one thing I really liked the episode was when Falcone visits Fish, and then he's like, Oswald Cobblepot told me this and that, and then she goes, "Oh, Don, come on, Don," and then all of a sudden he goes, "Is this the guy that you like?" And then they just beats the shit out of him. He beats the shit out of him.
The fucking bartender is her boy toy. Like they're lovers or something. What's their history?
Well, that's Victor Laszlo, so they're going somewhere with that.
And Falcone already knows that what Mooney's up to because she's planning on trying to overthrow Falcone.
You fuck with me again, I will fucking kill you and take everything away from you.
Yeah, he's basically trying to send an example, send a message that, hey, you trying to fuck with me.
I'm beating him up now, and he's basically threatening her with his kindness, being like, this is a warning. Next time there will be a threat.
Then Fish basically dedicating her entire life to taking him down.
I hate the line though when she says, "I will choke him with my bare hands and my
teeth." That was. I'm sorry. That acting was a little fucking overacted.
You're gonna
like you get see. This is one of the problems I have with when these acting in the show. Like they get overacted and they take it so seriously. It's like it kind of reminded me of Jonathan Majors' Kane from Quantumania. I will burn them out that time.
But I just thought really that my only issue with Jada Pinkett Smith is she overacts sometimes in the show.
I know. It's like, dude, dial it back down. Why did
not like an 8?
I don't understand, and I don't understand why the director didn't even try to say, "Hey, bring it down a little bit."
Well, I mean, it's Jada Pinkett Smith. That's why, probably.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Like they gave.
I was surprised they were able to afford her, especially when she's done movies.
I mean, she? Yeah, she did. Like, yeah, I think. Yeah, she because she did projects before, But I mean, at this time, I think she was easier to get than it was, Like I think honestly, I don't think they would probably. And if this was 2002, they probably would never have been able to get her.
No, if it was the early 2000s, there's no way. But this was like 11 years ago when this episode came out.
Some conversation must have happened in between Madagascar movies. They're like, okay, Miss Smith, you want it?
He's like, oh, okay.
I do like that the Snatcher's taking the bus, and then and then when Selena sees the Snatchers on the bus, she tells the kids, like she pulls a pistol out and says, "Now anybody that moves will get a little black dot. She put right here with this." I'm like, oh, it's like they're trying to murder children.
I thought those whole Bonnie and Clyde thing, the whole human trafficking, was kind of a boring character villain, like very forgettable character. I didn't care for them I didn't really give a shit about that much. Like, I feel like they needed to have a plot device to have Selena Kyle go to fucking Gordon to confess that she was the one who's witnessed the murder of the Wayne family. I feel like that was just a little bit of an afterthought with that whole human trafficking storyline.
You didn't like the guy getting his eyes scratched out and then the Snatcher.
I liked the part I liked when Selena did, and I liked the part when Selena told the little kid on the bus when they're about to go upstate, like, if you go on the first day, go for the eyes.
Which Selena is telling Selena, but also I thought was really, really funny is whenever he goes, my eyes, and all of a sudden oh, it's not that bad. Then she's like, he pulled the trigger and
she clawed his eyes out, dude.
She goes, I thought that was really great. Also, Selena telling the cop, go get James Gordon, or I will tell them you touched me. I'm like, oh damn.
Like, oh my god, she really went that far.
Like, this is 2014.
It's like, damn, I was like, they went there with that. And I was like,
maybe not in our time.
And she was actually a child. This wasn't like a grown woman playing.
She was like 15 or 16 when that episode was made. Because now she's like 20. She's like 26, and I think she was like 15 when they filmed this episode.
I mean, I don't know. I knew she was like a kid though, because I'm like, why is Catwoman a kid? That's my whole thing. I was like, why is Catwoman? I was like, what are they trying to do? Like, are they trying to make her and Bruce Wayne like friends and became enemies or something like that?
They kind of are playing out that way. That kind of like the Lois Lane when she shows up early on before he's Superman.
Also, why didn't James Gordon chase after the truck? He literally runs out there and sees the truck, and he's like, and he goes back, and so I'm like,
you're not that far away. Run to it.
Like also, the star rating must have gone sufficiently down enough, like in a GTA game or something.
But didn't Jim said he didn't see the logo? He was asking, they were calling around. They had to interrogate the pharmacist to see about the logo. But I'm like, you ran out there. You should have seen the logo. You ran out there, dude. You ran out there. You should have seen the logo. Like, I was watching his eye contact. Like, he saw the logo. Unless it's just like even the alleyway. I'm like, I was watching this on a 4K TV, but still, I'm pretty sure it was HD back in 2014. So I'm just saying.
It was HD.
There's no way. There's no excuse. This isn't like 1998 or something.
Yeah, this is supposed to be in the 90s because they don't have flat screens, and they don't have flat screen for computer monitors either. So they're using very old 90s tech.
Well, I mean, there is like some stuff to question.
Yeah,
like, for instance, the car that
because I don't think that show is taking place in our time. I don't think it is.
Well, they keep saying the showrunners, from when I look, it says that at a time. It's a show at a time. Like they said, they'll have laptops and different things like that. But then, like, that's what, for instance, the car that pulls up was a car that wasn't made until like 2009 or 2010. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I guess that Gotham is very more old school 90s tech in the 2000s.
Which you know what? It's still, I mean, which one thing also, like, I just, locking up kids because they're homeless, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. But then again, this is Gotham, and they're like, which I feel like, I thought that was also, and I really also, the thing I hate also in this episode was whenever, like, Montoya says, oh, did you know that Jim I'm like, I don't fucking care, okay? Like,
I hated that scene so much in this episode. It's this love triangle nonsense, and like, let's just get it out of the way here now. It's like, it doesn't matter to me if Barbara and Montoya were in a relationship. That's
We
fine.
don't fucking care. I don't care about that whole
It
love
bothers me if
triangle
they're trying to make
garbage.
a love triangle out of it, where it's like that's not the point of the show.
She's truly convinced that Gordon did kill Cobblepot and was responsible for the whole death.
Like Montoya is reenacting. She's doing the home version of "Treat You Better" by Shawn Mendes. Like, I know I can treat you better.
Dude, she's playing off like a bad fucking soap opera from fucking Lifetime episode.
I am just so sick of like the whole Barbara Gordon.
He's like, I'm doing this for you. Oh my god! Like, I don't fucking care. Goddamn, this is cringy scenes I've ever seen.
It is.
I don't
and then
care.
The next episode they do it again. It's like I don't care. I don't care. And then the next
Can
episode
we move it along already? Why are we falling this drama?
Mid-season, she's going to be holding up a boombox like in Say Anything.
Like, she's trying so hard to get back with Barbara and do whatever it takes to take down Gordon and to like fucking sabotage the relationship.
I feel really bad. The only thing is, I felt really bad though when I'm watching this and going, I was like, I said, I kind of want, I kind of want Gordon just to like get rid of Montoya, because it's not because the actress or the character. It's just because all she's doing is trying to just like cock block Gordon the whole entire thing. It's all she's doing. Like literally.
No, more like twat blocking.
She walks out there and goes, I know you murdered Oswald. I'm going to prove I'm going to lock you up. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. And the next time she's like, Barbara, come on. Barbara, come on, baby. Come on, get to me. You got this. You know how good.
Come to me, baby. Come to me.
And then she goes back to Gordon and goes, I know I'm going to put you away. I'm going to put you away. Fuck you, Gordon. Fuck you. And then just like, where is this hostility? It's like before you have found that out, you're just like, excuse me. I'm like, I have never done nothing.
Even her partner called her out, like, dude, you're taking this way too personal.
Exactly.
I was like, God damn, at least someone with a common sense.
I just really want, like, I'm like, can we, like, honestly?
I mean, I get that you have some suspicious with them, but God damn, you're trying way too hard. Like, that's just your excuse to try to get with Barbara back. Like, even though you've been dating for a whole goddamn year.
We're just a few steps away from this turning into a Cape Fear situation.
You only went out with her for 2 weeks.
Or it's going to be like that. What's that one movie, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle?
Oh, yeah, or Fatal Attraction or something like that.
Oh, God, I haven't watched that movie in a long, long time.
Yeah, or a single white female where she'll just be in like, is that you, Jim? She goes, it ain't me. If you've seen Single White Female, you'll get the reference.
On that delightful note, let's go to scores. Collins, 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give this like an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
I'm gonna give it a 6. It was an okay episode. I didn't love it, but there's good things to love. I did love the part with Bruce Wayne trying to test himself for his own fear and building himself as Batman. I did like that part. But the only thing that really bugged me is like, dude, you're having Gordon explaining about the whole case, everything that's going on with Bruce Wayne, a 12-year-old fucking boy, involving him in this bullshit. Like, really? I'm sorry, I don't buy into that part, but whatever. Suspension of disbelief.
Well, I'm going to split the uprights, and I'm going to go 7. I did like this episode quite a bit. It was consistently very enjoyable. Some stuff I don't like the Barbara Montoya stuff, but it's only one scene. It's only one scene. It doesn't.
It's not one scene. It still continues.
Also, before people give a shit or something, it's not because she's a woman. It's because the love triangles in any story, like we did this with Smallville. Love triangles never are good. There's never a love triangle. I think there's only one love triangle.
Yeah, Twilight became the fucking trend of that whole love triangle garbage. It became a big thing.
One love triangle I think that's ever worked on the show, and it led to something, and that's The Walking Dead.
How many times did they kept on doing the love triangle in Smallville? One with the Chloe and Lana drama. Then you have Lex and Lana and Clark love triangle. It's like, fucking kill me already.
The only time I've ever seen a love triangle work because it was paying off to something was The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead did a love triangle in season 2, and I felt like that was the only.
At least it made more sense. It made more sense.
How to do it without it being annoying, where it just drags to where you're like, can we move on with the story? This is just annoying.
It's like, it just feels like an afterthought. It's just something they just need to just
feels
pushed
like
right
when
in
you're
there to
writing a
add more
superhero
drama.
show, it's like we need a love triangle. Oh well, we got two characters, we just throw them together. Like Smallville, it's like, oh, we need Lana to be with Clark, or no, we need Chloe to be with Clark. Now we need Lana to be with the coach.
But
Now
dude,
we need
even Stranger Things, they did the first season. They did a whole love triangle in that season, and it wasn't as bad. It wasn't annoying.
I mean, I'm just saying we need to get rid of love triangles in stories. Don't we agree? Like love triangles
Like,
need to
yeah,
go.
just get rid of the love triangle unless it's really fits into the story and it's more compelling and it doesn't follow that same trope. But if you're just throwing it there for the sake of it, I get that out of there. We don't care. It's completely
Yeah,
pointless.
it adds nothing to the story too. And I've seen the show. It adds nothing to the story.
Like, you just need to add more drama to Gordon's personal life.
That's all it's designed for. Is to add. It's just to basically motivate Gordon's. It's just to create a plot device to give Barbara something to do and add more drama to Gordon.
And she's boring. Too. She's not that interesting.
Let's just close with this. Miss Montoya, whatever you're into, there's an app for that, and you should look into that. Let's.
She's not Barbara.
No, to quote from Wayne's World, just get over it. Go out with somebody else.
There you go.
I like that. I like that one.
There you go.
Add that clip in this video, dude.
Let's move on.
Just get over it. Go out with somebody else.
Get over it. Go out with somebody else. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh Ryan, put Gordon to Barbara to Montoya, and Barbara's Wayne, and then she's the crazy chick, and goes Montoya, and he's like, "Move on, get over with it. We're like broke up."
No, like, I lost you 2 months ago. Are you mental? We broke up. Get the net.
Barbara saying that to Montoya. That would be so. Oh.
I lost you 2 months ago. Now I'm even laughing more because it's so funny now thinking about it.
Why'd you give me a gun rack? I don't even own a gun, let alone mini
gun rack. A gun rack. Yeah, right. I don't even own a gun, let alone miniguns could necessitate an entire rack.
Sorry, Ryan. Sorry, we just.
No, it's fine. Let's get into season 1, episode 3, called "The Balloon Man." Matt.
If people take the law into their own hands, then there is no law.
We have a vigilante who kills bad cops.
Oswald Cobblepot, he's dead, isn't he?
Your deductive powers astonish me. I just gotta chill.
Please don't kill me! Gotham needs me!
Then Gotham is in big trouble.
Yes, it is.
You are so determined to destroy him.
You deserve better.
Detective Gordon will find the person that killed your parents.
Do you really believe he will?
Let it go. Or what? Get a bullet in the head.
Yeah, this episode aired on October 6, 2014, and it was directed by Dermond Downs. And the synopsis: Gordon and Bullock track a vigilante who targets corrupt Gotham officials and is nicknamed Balloon Man for strapping his victims to weather balloons, which eventually implode in the cold atmosphere, giving the victim a long fall. Holy shit. I mean, I remember watching that part of that episode at the beginning, and it really fucking terrified me because that's kind of a horrible way to go. You strapped him into the fucking air balloon, hold him up as long as you can, and until it pops, you fall to your fucking death. How insane that was in that episode.
Like, I remember the scene that got me was when you saw the dead body just come at the woman, where it's like,
that was crazy. That was so insane.
Oh my god! And it seems like he's trying to target the whole the corrupt Gotham officials.
He's kind of like the Riddler in the Robert Pattinson Batman movie. He's targeting corrupt officials.
Yeah, this is like a the Matt Reeves is the Batman.
It's like Matt Reeves saw this episode and took frivolous notes.
Well, actually, this was more like a 7, kind of like targeting other corrupts, or maybe Jigsaw, except he's not doing the whole Jigsaw thing.
The Blockbuster haul this week was 7.
Yeah, something like that.
For sure.
Except that he's not. Except that in the Saw, he's not doing it. Do you want to play a game? Like kind of like what they did with Smallville. Remember that episode?
What's that one movie? I'm trying to think. What was the plot? What was the Blockbuster haul this week for the first one? I would say
remember.
It's probably like Bonnie and Clyde was probably the first one.
Yeah, it was a Bonnie and Clyde episode.
Natural Born Killers. Natural Born Killers are probably.
Natural. I still have not seen Natural Born Killers. I gotta watch that.
Blockbuster haul for the first one. The second one would probably. The first one's probably going to be what's it called? What's that movie? What's the third one? I want to say
Zodiac. What about Zodiac with David Fincher?
The Mechanic might be the Blockbuster haul for the third one.
Maybe. I don't remember much because I haven't watched The Mechanic in a long time. It's been a while.
Or Hitman, the movie Hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you said Ryan. Like that's not my name.
That's not my name. That's not my name.
Speaking of Montoya's drama, Montoya and Alan question Gordon about Cobblepot, who returns to Gotham to get revenge on Mooney. He gets a job at a Don Salmone's restaurant and is befriended by Maroni himself. Mooney arranges for Falcone's lover, Natalia, to be disfigured in response to her own lover's beating. Gordon realizes that the Balloon Man is a social worker, Davis Lumen, who was driven to vigilantism because of corrupt officials refusing to aid children on the streets.
Yeah, so as we were just touching on, like, the Balloon Man is just low-key pretty just terrifying. Like, he attaches people to balloons and sends them up into the air, and then later on, like, they come falling down to earth onto poor old women.
Even the dog, but the dog did not get hit. I find it very funny. The dog manages to dodge that whole fall, and the woman falls on top of her, and it kills her too.
They're like, we're not monsters here. We're not monsters.
And I find it very funny that the GCPD don't care if they kill crooked officials, but if they kill one of the cops, then they go after them. I was like, okay, that's what Bullock says to Gordon. Like, yeah, if they go after crooked, they fucking deserve it.
Well, that's because they've said this, like what the showrunners have said, is that the idea is it's such a corrupt city that what you would kind of understand the whole city's corrupt, that one man is basically standing up to all these corrupt by being a good cop. And then you would understand why the city would need to have a vigilante dressed like a bat running around to defend it.
Right.
So that's the point of the show. It's the mob runs everything.
But what did you think about that social worker Davis, the reveal? I mean, how did you feel about that reveal? I don't know. I mean, I'm a little bit mixed on it. It was kind of weird that the social worker was able to take it into his own hands and become a vigilante by killing those corrupts. Like, I don't know if I bought into it.
I just laughed at it.
I get it. Like, it makes a little bit of sense, but they kind of treat it as just like, oh, it's some guy. Like, it's just this random dude who, like, was like, I was gonna do something. I was gonna be something in this world. Like,
I'm gonna be something.
Mean something to me. And like,
I could have sworn I remember that same Davis that from the last episode with Selena Kyle when she was about to turn her into the upstate or something, the social worker. I think that was the same dude from the last episode.
Also, it made me laugh though. It says Harvey says if the Balloon Man comes in here and I'll arrest him, and 10 seconds later the Balloon Man actually walks in there. The irony. I just laugh so hard at that because I've seen this before, and I'm like, that is so ironic. Like he says, if he comes in here, I'll arrest him. And then 10 seconds later, he walks in there. It's Selena Kyle, and I'm just like, oh, God. I was like, there, the showrunners just fucking with you. The audience at that point, they're like, see.
Oh, Harvey, your selective intelligence only serves to entertain us.
It's like being the tough guy and saying, like, if this dude comes up here right now, I'll beat his ass. And then a dude walks in and goes, what up? And he goes, hey.
Hello. Like, I didn't mean anything by that, dude. You're looking ripped, yo.
Yeah, we're like in Longest Yard. It's kind of like Longest Yard. Remember when Chris Rock's like,
yeah. He walked away like a little bitch. Like, oh, the team needs you. Team needs you. Come to the treehouse.
It's the Happy Gilmore scene where freaking Shooter McGavin's like, well, moron, good for Happy Gilmore, my God.
Well, moron, good for Happy Gilmore, my God. That made me die every time I watched it.
Golden Jaws from James Bond is like,
I can't wait till we do the Happy Gilmore watch party. Yeah. We're just gonna be quoting.
Had you forgot your 9-iron?
We're just gonna be quoting the whole movie to ourselves.
Oh, we would do. I can quote. I memorized that quote from back to front from that movie. Picking up. Oh no, go on.
No, I do like that Selena was like led Jim to the sewer, and he goes in the sewer and he drops his handcuffs in the sewer.
And how she was able to break free because she took fucking Bullock's fucking pen from the GCPD. It's like, where's my pen?
Like, it's being used for a purpose.
Penguin straight up murdered a guy because he was sitting there watching this guy eat a fish sandwich. And then the guy's like,
murdered several people. It's been 3.
He caught. But one of the people recognized Cobblepot, and he caught him, and he dragged him in. But like, oh my God, he really just straight up murders him. Like, dude,
he's like, he stabs him and goes, And then he takes his money and goes and buys a fish sandwich. And he's just like watching one.
Well, he took his money, yeah, because he was able to afford it because he took much of his money out of his pocket, robbed the fucking guy.
He buys a tuna sandwich, which I guess because he's a penguin, sure, but I'm like the capicola is right there. Just saying.
Also, and also I like that Bruce and Alfred stick fine. I don't know what I meant by that. Bruce and Alfred's. Stick fight. Okay, yeah. When Bruce and Alfred have a stick fight, whenever they pull out their.
You just said dick fight. Like, wait, what? What episode did you watch?
Fight, not dick fight, you sicko.
What the fuck?
It says Chris Hansen is in the chat. Chris Hansen is in the chat. So you like watching children have dick fights, huh? You have a seat.
Oh my God!
I'm Chris Hansen with Dayline NBC.
But Bruce and Alfred are having a fight with canes. That's where we were.
Teaching him how to do fencing.
It kind of reminds me of like in Batman Begins when Bruce is literally like he's trying to teach him how to do offense and defense. I thought that's what it kind of reminded me of. Alfred's teaching him. Like, like he says, you got to because Alfred it is established in this show that Alfred was in the Royal Marines.
Yeah, because from the Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, like Alfred was an MI6 agent or Spec Ops or something.
Yeah, in this one, he's in the Royal Marines, which is comic book accurate because that is Alfred's origins, which I like the fact.
I find it very funny that we have a lot of stuff going on in this episode, and then we cut back to, hey, here's what's going on with Bruce and Alfred's time.
Also, then you got Montoya.
Like, don't you find that a little off-putting right there from that episode? I mean, I like that scene. Don't get me wrong. But it just felt a little bit out of place.
Well, I mean,
would you prefer a scene where Montoya's like, Barbara, I need you?
Okay, that's a fair point. I'd rather take this any day
of the week. Go back to Bruce. Yeah, let's see about Bruce. Like saying his smoldering, going, I gotta save my.
I gotta bring them to justice.
Yeah, I am.
He's even tried to get that Batman, like the whole like smoldering look, the whole smolder.
There is a scene in this. I don't know if it was this episode or the last episode where Bruce Wayne just randomly shows up behind Alfred. Goes, "Why? Master Wayne, you snuck up on us."
Yeah,
and
he's doing the Batman style.
See? Yeah, like he just.
Yeah, you see right there. Oh, there's Batman.
Like it's that Family Guy quote. Like Peter goes, he did it. I see.
Like he did the thing.
He just appears out of nowhere. Batman, like the funny thing is I was watching this YouTuber, the Corridor Crew, and they said, how does Batman appear and disappear? And they showed how he appears and they said, can Batman just drop in and drop out at the court? Which I'm like, well, he just did. I was like, but also Oswald, I like how Oswald's killing his way to achieve his goal in this episode. Like I thought that was pretty cool. The Balloon Man killing that dirty cop, especially the dude, the Balloon Man, he beats up the Balloon Man, and then all of a sudden he puts it on his foot and he goes, "Whoa!" To which I had an issue with that thing, the logic.
Don't you think it's funny that he's wearing that pig mask that from the movie called You're Next?
No, that was no way. Yeah, there was a pig in that movie. You're right.
Yeah, they wearing the pig mask thing.
Yeah, the wolf was the leader of that group in the movie You're Next.
Well, I still haven't seen it. I've only seen the poster look.
It's actually quite good. You should watch it.
It is. I will say the one thing I thought was stupid though about that scene was whenever I'm like, you're beating a guy up, and then all of a sudden he handcuffs you. Wouldn't you shoot the balloon with a gun? Or I don't know, grab onto the thing that's rolling, grab onto it, and then pull out your gun, shoot the Balloon Man, and then just hold on to that until backup comes along or somebody comes along.
Yeah, why didn't you just shoot the balloon? You have a gun. It makes no sense. Like Gordon was able to shoot that fucking balloon when
that part too. I have issues with that because I'm like they were way up in the freaking sky when he shot it.
You were like 20 feet. You were falling for like 30 feet down. like what the?
Yeah,
you would have been injured.
Right there. It's like right here where they fall. Like and then
you would have been. You wouldn't be getting up. You would break a lot of shit.
How Gordon didn't break his hip on the roof of that car, I refuse to guess.
Like, there's no way. I watched the camera. They went all the way up. You saw two dummies go up there. By the way, it was dummies. I looked like one of them just sitting on a dummy with his head like that. I'm just like, that's a dummy first off.
The only thing that was missing is that one dude from Jurassic Park. You're like, shoot her! Shoot her!
Which I do like Bruce and Alfred watching the news and talking about right and wrong. When Bruce is like, his line, I love the line when Bruce says, he says he's not a vigilante. He says he kills people. He is a criminal just like them. I thought that was a really great line because Bruce is like, someone that kills people is not a hero. They're a criminal just like them. Anyone that want to take a life. I thought that honestly felt like a Batman thing to say. Versus, and I just wish that Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton had taken notes for that.
Well, that's not their fault. It's the writers.
Yeah, it's like
I don't think they need to take notes. They're just acting.
Ben Affleck's like, you know what? Ben Affleck's basically the Punisher.
Story for another time.
But I will say, I thought also when Falcone goes back there to intimidate Fish again, where he's like, yeah, I would love, just talking about the Penguin, like saying, oh, he was just basically threatening her again, basically saying like, like, you crossed me. He goes, he says, I'm not going to be so nice. You're going to disappear. And then like all of a sudden, like, and she basically has that fear in her. And then after he leaves, she goes, everyone out. She goes, out. I thought that was really well done. I actually thought that was on Fish because that like basically that he warned her. Like he goes,
that was very good.
Yeah.
And shout out to David Zayas, who plays Sal Maroni, who was also in the show Dexter. Matt and I were talking about that off air.
He was also in the Expendables.
Yeah, he played that general. No, he
did play the general. He did play the general in the movie.
I thought it was the guy from the Suicide Squad.
No.
Hang on, I'm looking.
I could have swore I know
he was the General Garza.
Okay, all right. I was just like, I got them. I get them too confused. The guy that played the general in the Suicide Squad, because I know he played a general in another movie. So I was like,
it was in the Expendables.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, that guy. Yeah, which I liked him in that movie. Yeah, I liked it. He's really good in this. This good as Maroney. Although I really like Clancy Brown. Although I think he's really. Good
Clancy Brown was amazing.
And Penguin.
You can't go wrong with him.
I mean, Clancy Brown is like, he's like DiCaprio level of acting. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Which, but
he's the only actor, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He's the only actor who could go from the captain of the guards in Shawshank to Krusty in SpongeBob, and no one would question it.
I believe he played Lex Luthor in the animated series for Superman. I believe he was the one that voiced Lex Luthor.
And then also he played the Kurgan in Highlander.
And he was also in Star Wars Rebels.
Yep. And he was also in Pet Sematary 2. And he is so good in that. He is so evil in that movie.
I've only seen the first one. I've never seen Pet Sematary 2.
Pet Sematary 2 is fun. It is so fun. It is like, and it's made by the same director, Mary Lambert. Only it feels more like an MTV style horror movie. Like a music video. Like there's a lot of soundtracks in the movie, but it's fun. It is very fun. That's what Stephen King didn't like it because he goes, it's an MTV horror film, because Mary Lambert said he had full creative control to make the sequel, and she goes, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna put music videos. I'm gonna do all kind of fun shit. Like she said, she had fun. She says, I don't deny any of it. She goes, I had a great time making it. I'm very proud of that movie. That is my vision. The first one's Steven's vision. This one's my vision. And I'm like, it's fun. I actually thought it was a really good movie. It's not like cheesy or nothing. It's actually, but it's like, yeah, Mary Lambert said, I love, but I was like, I'm like, I like that she stand by her words. It's a piece of shit. I should have did this. And she's like, no, I actually loved everything I did. I would never change. I would do it again if they told me to. Which, if you ever watched that one shitty one, the Pet Cemetery Bloodlines, whatever it's called.
No, I've never. I haven't even watched the remake of it. I didn't even watch the remake.
They're awful.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I will say when it comes to, I thought also Penguin, I thought also, Bruce and Alfred watching the news, Bruce's line, I did not like. One thing was when Montoya's monologue looks dubbed in one scene when they're talking to Fish Mooney. It feels like somebody dubbed over her.
Dude, it happened it even happened in the pilot. Most of her dialogue looked like it was dubbed over. No, well, I'll read this last sentence for the synopsis. It's the last one. After the rest, he warns Gordon that more vigilantes will fall in his path. Falcone tells Mooney that he will investigate what happened in Natalia, also telling him about the Arkham plan. At his apartment later, Gordon receives a surprise visit from Cobblepot. Meanwhile, Barbara, revealed to be an addict and Montoya's former girlfriend, Selena, is given to Gordon for his investigation, but she uses the chance to escape. So yeah, then Barbara just completely confesses about her history with her ex and her addiction.
Also, why would Fish give her the information? Wouldn't Fish why would Fish give? And she has no. They're not giving her anything. Why would she even tell them? Hey, yeah. Oh, James. I told James Gordon. James Gordon's I didn't kill anybody. James Gordon is the one that brought Cobblepot out and shot him in the head. I'm like,
oh, she just looking to screw. Well, she does not. Well, she sees Gordon as a threat because he's the Boy Scout and does everything by the book. But if he were to talk, he'll throw her under the bus. So she's gonna have to play the game because she's planning on overthrowing Falcone as well. So she's an opportunist.
I just thought that was kind of stupid to me. But also, I do like when
I do agree with you. I do agree it was a dumb move. I was like, wait, why are you giving them their?
You can hold that as leverage against Gordon. You can hold that as leverage. I mean. I just think that's stupid, but
she's letting her evil outweigh her practicality.
You're really slipping.
Falcone's visit keeps visiting me, and this is making my edge slip more and more. My cheese off my crackers slipping. I need to go. I need to go get my husband to slap a comedian.
This director, Dermond Dons, he directed one of the episodes of the Tomorrow People. He did the CW's Arrowverse with the Flash and Arrow. And Legends of Tomorrow, too.
Yeah. It's fun. I think, though, I said Falcone is messing with Fish so bad that she's going to have to get Will Smith to go slap him.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Will Smith, go to Falcone.
There's your one per episode, Collins. But let's go to scores. Collins, 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give. You know what? I didn't like this as much as the last one, but I thought it. I'm gonna say 8 out of 10. I thought the other one was an 8.5. This is an 8 out of 10.
All right, Matt.
It was a little bit better than the last one. I will say. I give it a 7. I give it a 7. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'll go with 7.5. I did enjoy this one. And just a little bit more than the first one. But let's close things out with season 1, episode 4, called Arkham. Matt.
When we do Bat Signal, are we doing Bat Signals for our ratings? Because I haven't seen the last episode. Watched the last episode of It's okay. Because I was just wondering if are we using Bat Signals, or are we just using blimps? Not blimps.
I googled Bat Signal. I found a cool looking one, and that's what I'm running with.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next Monday.
I told you never to come back here!
There's a war coming. I can help you. Trust me!
Every legend has a beginning.
Everything my parents worked for is now falling into the hands of criminals.
Not everything.
You want to be a woman with power? I'm looking for a weapon. Do you believe Gotham can be saved?
Gotham, followed by Sleepy Hollow, all new next Monday.
Okay, for the title of the episode, Arkham, and it aired on October 13th, 2014. It was directed by T.J. Scott. Cobblepot offers Gordon help in stopping the future war. The latter learns of the Arkham plan from Alfred, who states that Falcone and Mayor James are backing the project that will improve the Arkham district. As opposed to Maroney, who has another plan, an independent hitman starts targeting the city council members involved in both opposing sides of the plan. Yeah, this hitman was a little bit more terrifying and a little bit more like a straight up ruthless killer. That kind of reminded me of that another hitman from the episode of Arrow. Remember that one when he get that one guy, the puncher, and that he would die if he moves around or something? Remember that episode?
It kind of remind you of the poor man's Deadshot. He almost kind of reminds like a loose rip off of Deadshot, because that's kind of Deadshot's character, a guy who's going around killing politicians. That's Floyd Lawton for you, which I'm I actually Googled to see, is this guy
he did remind me of the one hitman from Arrow, the first season, that he was a ruthless, a cold-hearted killer, and then he goes inside of the Oliver's mansion and tries to kill him, and fucking Oliver just straight up murders him, which I thought that scene was pretty dope in that episode of Arrow.
Well,
Okay.
shout out to Hakeem Kai Kazim, who plays the Hitman here, and I thought he did a
He
great
was in
job. He was.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
He was the guy who
Wait,
said the diamond for years. When Deadpool shows up and does
oh,
this,
that's him.
and he's
Oh,
the one
wow.
saying, "The diamonds are yours. Take it."
Oh, oh god, I didn't even recognize them.
Riker goes, "We only want this. The rock, the souvenir, nothing." He goes, "Where's the source?" You know, he's that
A
guy.
small village
A small
inland.
village.
3 days from here.
Yeah,
But I love his weapon where it's like the little baton looking thing.
Yeah, it's
Sorta,
like a mechanical blow dart, and it's like, hey, check this out.
And,
It's like I knew that was coming. I saw that coming from a mile away.
I
The
did
moment
too.
you
I'm
just
like, oh, he's gonna kill him with that.
it's like, come on, why would you put your
Here.
eye in there? Why would you trust that, dude? That
Oh,
looks
I'm
like a
gonna
death
let-
trap.
I'm an elected official. This guy's just coming at me in the middle of night. He's handing me something. Clearly, I can trust looking at this. Like, dude, where's the
Fatality.
security?
It's like, I did
No,
vote for you,
victory.
though. I did vote for you. Then he just
But I did vote for you.
Then he just T1000s him, where he just goes up to his eyes.
That was pretty funny. I but it was ruthless death.
Thanks a lot. That'll help me in re-election. Oh wait.
By the way, the one thing I had to issue, my biggest nitpick right now with how the episode started was when Oswald walked in. The last episode, when he saw Oswald, he just goes almost like he's disappointed to see him, like, oh, Oswald's back. But while in the next episode, I guess they reshot the opening again because he looks like he's more concerned, like his facial feature changes. Like when I'm like, they must have had two different directors that reshoot.
Oh
that
no,
scene.
they did. Yeah, they because the other director did not come in and direct. They got another director, TJ Scott.
They're like, we're gonna reshoot the same scene, then rather than use the clip from, I guess it might be a SAG roll or something, where if you bring you have to reshoot a scene because if it's part of an existing scene.
Well,
So,
I think it's because you already know when shows like this, they don't shoot episodes in a particular order.
Yeah, he's just concerned, and he didn't he's like in the first part is the ending of the last episode. He's like this, while in the next episode he's like that.
He's getting more of a taste for the violence, I guess.
I like that when he grabs him and throws him against the walls. Why are you here? What? You okay, man? Ryan, we lost Ryan.
I don't know what just happened.
Ryan's cam froze up, but we'll keep it going, okay?
Yeah, we'll just keep on going.
So
After an armed robbery of Maroney's restaurant, Cobblepot is promoted to restaurant manager by Maroney. Following the former's action of saving a bag of money and the death of the previous manager, Mooney pits two female singers against each other for her nightclub job opening, with the winner being Lisa. What did you think about her recruiting one of those two singers to join her? What did you think about that?
Well, I honestly was just watching, going, I say, okay, first off, she would get me too. First off, because you're basically sexually harassing these women. Okay, it just would not make sense logically, because she literally is just tells them rub my shoulders for me, and I'm like, okay, easy there, Weinstein. Okay,
it's like, hey, no, because she asked to be seduced. Yeah, but then she asked her to seduce her. It's like, hey, what are you into, boy or girl?
And I'm just like, she goes, boys.
But Lisa was just she just went all full on tongue action on her, the second girl.
And then Harvey Bullock walks in and he goes, I'm liking, he's like, what did he say? I forget the line. He's like, what do you?
Oh God, I can't remember.
He goes, he says, I like, or he's like, he says, I think I'm liking what I'm into, what I come in here for now. Or something like that, along the lines of that.
something like that.
He's like, come in here for this, but I'm here for something. Now I'm here for the show, or something like that. Where he's like, because he saw it and goes, wow, it's like, which I will say, the one thing I thought was what worked really well for this episode, I really enjoy the Oswald part of the whole episode, because Oswald, how he starts out with a cook, he tries to get a job at Maroney's shop, and he's like, I really need the job and everything, and then he's like, you don't even have the shoe. So then he waits at he says, bus stop, goes, what shoe are you? And he goes, I'm a 9.5. Well, that's good to know. The guy dies. just mysteriously doesn't show up to work, which I'm pretty sure Oswald killed him.
Yeah, and also there was a robbery going around, and I thought that was really insane. And then the fucking Maroney just promoted him for like able to save as much of his money as much as he can before the robbers jacked the whole thing.
Which I want to say, what did you think though? What did you think of the whole thing when the robbers come in with the shotguns and he started blowing away like the manager and Oswald? Which, to be fair, I had one issue with that whole episode. I thought that was great, the whole sequence where Oswald, where like Maroney's men showed up and everything, and then all of a sudden they got guns and all that, and they're just like, and then like the manager is basically like calling the mob. They're calling the police. They're calling the mob to show up to get over here. And then they shoot up, take the money, and leave. And then all of a sudden, the guys come in there, and then they go and they follow the blood prints of the thing, and they open them. Oh, thank God you're here! Like he plays. I'm like, oh, I knew for a second back when I first saw this. I'm like, oh, he absolutely was part of it.
He's playing. Well, he is playing an inside man because he told Gordon that he was trying to earn Maroney's trust to overthrow like a Val Cohn. Because he told him that there is going to be a war, which he said it a billion times in the fucking recap. And it has something to do with the more of the whole Arkham plan that Maroney and Falcone are trying to start something.
Well, let me ask you this, okay? So one thing I wanted to say about what I thought about this was, I really thought one thing is there's no way that we're talking about the whole scene where the Penguin shows up. Where the Penguin shows up and
in the robbery, the whole robbery scene.
Where what do you think about that, Ryan? When the Penguin shows up with like the Falcone, like the guys just show up to rob the place, they kill the maitre d', and then all of a sudden Penguin's like hiding with the money in the freezer. He's like, "Thank God you're here."
In the freezer, I was just like, he's got to be cold in there. But I mean, he is a penguin, so natural habitat.
He can hibernate.
I had one issue with that whole sequence. My thing was this. There's no way, like, for instance, they followed the blood prints. That means they were already dead when the Penguin got the money, which means if I'm like just doing the math, I'm like either he ran really, really fast and grabbed the money, ran really, really fast and hid, or he was involved, he shot the man, then he grabbed the money and said, "You guys go, I got this," and hid in the freezer. Either way, I'm like, it makes him look suspicious.
I'm sure and I think Maroney's just too blinded because he hates like Falcone so much. He really wants to take him down. They're at their whole rivalry, and it's setting up that whole war thing.
What do you think though? Whenever he was trying to get the job as a dishwasher, and he's like, "You don't even have the right shoes," and he tracked the guy down, Ryan, and said, "What shoe size are you?" And he goes, "That's very good to know." And then he shows up.
What a coincidence! We're the same size.
Just like, which I really thought that whole thing was really cool. I really liked that whole sequence, especially they just blow the freaking maitre d' away with a shotgun. He's just like dead on the table. He doesn't even call the police. He calls like for backup, which I'm like, which I like that so much. And then like, to which I'm like, in any mob story, any real life mob, I like Goodfellas, they're gonna question everybody and make sure like, it's like either something. Or he says either what you say is true or something. They would basically question everybody because
he was giving Cobblepot a promotion that he's only been there for like a week in that restaurant.
Also,
how long have you been here? 5 days. Good. Let's get him a promotion.
I'm like, I would say, well, I would give him honestly a promotion, but not like I would not make him the head of my restaurant. I would.
You would try to keep a close eye on him and try to not let him suspect anything that you suspect something off about this guy.
I do like that when Gordon threw him up against the wall though. Oswald says, "Why did you come back here? I told you I should have killed you right there." Like I like that shot, especially the way where it was on the alleyway. That alleyway looked really well done. I like that shot.
Somehow Cobblepot was able to dress up very well, even though he's technically homeless.
I did like it though, like how the shot looked, like where they're against the wall and you see people around. I thought the way it was lit and all this, just the cinematography and just the set.
No, it was well shot. I agree with you. It definitely was well shot from that sequence itself with Jim and Cobblepot.
I like how they always make Oswald look like Danny DeVito's Penguin. How he has the dark eyes underneath.
Yeah.
They don't try to make him like. I like how they make him and they get in that nose. He looks like Danny DeVito's Penguin, which I know that he did say that the guy who plays the the Penguin. Well, I forget his name. I think it's not Corey Michael Smith. I think it's someone else.
It is. Oh no, wait, no, it's
No,
not.
it was the Riddler.
Robin Downs or Robin something.
Robin.
I totally forgot his name.
Robin Lord.
I've seen him in a lot. I've seen him in a lot of projects.
Robin Lord Taylor, who plays the Penguin. I know he said his biggest inspiration was from the Batman Returns. You know, and
of course.
That's like, you know, so that's kind of where he has like impulses where if he tries to be pleasant, and then whenever it's time not to be pleasant, that's he kind of just has an outburst and kills people because he's a psycho.
Oh yeah, and I remember he played the ADD guy from the movie called Accepted. Remember that movie with Justin Long and Jonah?
Or
yeah, he was the
also
ADD.
In John Wick 3. He was also in John Wick 3 as like.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he was just an extra with part of the.
He did that as a favor to a friend, which. Also, he was in The Walking Dead too.
He was in at least a couple of episodes. We won't give anything away because he has not seen the show.
Killing someone in a barrel is cool, but wouldn't the barrel?
That was terrifying. He threw him in the fucking barrel and set him on fire.
Yeah, but wouldn't the barrel be traced back to you? I mean, which to be fair, that it did in the episode. They traced it back, but still.
And also the hitman's just getting paid both sides with Maroni and Falcone. One of them kills one of their own people.
I do like that the hitman's going around killing politicians to vote to get them to reopen Arkham, which he didn't even have to kill Mayor James. He literally got his way in the end and reopened Arkham. So really, just like everything they wanted. I guess that was just like the fear, which I thought
was it Falcone what tried to close the housing of the Arkham? I can't remember.
No, he was trying to get them to reopen Arkham. And he was
okay.
All the people that opposed it, but then Mayor James opposed it. But he, in the end, it was just then he flipped his mind, so that way I guess he would get no more assassins after him out of fear of
that. Oh yeah, that makes sense because it was done by Maroni himself.
Yeah, Oswald killed. Also, I thought it was really funny that Oswald was killed the thugs by poisoning their.
Oh, you knew that was coming. That moment.
I
right
like
there.
him. He was like, "Here, I got cannolis," and they're like, "You want one?" He goes, "Good." You know, I thought that was really like good, and I'm like, "Oh, well." The second he said, "No, I'm good." And they're just eating it. Then they're all dead on the floor, foaming up at the mouth. I'm like, oh.
You knew right then and there because he set the whole thing up. He's playing the intricate game with Maroni. Like he's trying to earn Gordon's trust too because he really loves the city. But I still don't trust Cobblepot's intention.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but if somebody brought me food, I've never they're literally we just robbed somewhere that they were at. And they wanted us to kill somebody. And they said, "Oh,
if we want to stage a robbery, staging the whole robbery thing, and then you get something food in return with the one who's orchestrate or like arranged the whole thing, I would be a little suspicious." It's like, "Hey, go ahead, eat away, guys."
And then he doesn't want to eat any. I'm like, "No, I'm."
It feels like it wasn't very clever. How did you not spot something off?
But he said they were so concerned because they're like, "Oh, we actually got the money."
Hey, we got the money. It's a victory for us.
Which. I thought was the one thing I also liked about this was, I also like like Jim and Harvey killing the hitman, where like they're like when they go Jim and Harvey, and all of a sudden they just go bam, 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 bam
at the same time.
Yeah, and like because Harvey's not afraid to kill somebody, and Jim's just like he doesn't want to kill somebody, but like
he only does it when he has to in the heat of
he's
battle.
like I said in the pilot, he goes that was war. And then Harvey says, "Now this is war."
Well, it's part of the whole. He's going by the book because once you open fire and try to draw your weapon, you forfeit your life.
Also, Fish Mooney. Also, I love the shot of Gordon and Oswald talking in the alleyway. Also, Fish Mooney. We were talking about, by the way, Ryan, when you were gone. Fish Mooney would be canceled so bad. Me too, because she's literally getting women saying. Oh, Hattie says, "Do you like boys or girls? Come kiss me." And you're just like,
"Seduce me, try to seduce me."
She can file a lawsuit against.
Well, she's part of that whole crime lord, and I don't think they will give a shit. They can do whatever the hell they want.
I'm just saying,
that's nothing compared to that. She's a criminal crime lord. They do dirty all the time. That's no surprise.
And I'm like, which I guess I understand why, but I'm just like, which I do laugh so hard whenever she was saying. Like, oh, you two are the only the finalists. Fight it out, and then the one girl's like,
she just wails on that girl.
I'm like, damn.
Like they have the only thing that's missing is a shirtless Tyler Durden.
First rule about Fight Club: don't talk about Fight Club.
Don't talk about Fight Club. I thought that felt like a Fight Club scene right there.
Well,
also, it's so dumb of Jim to look back there and then go all the, it's so jumped to look back. Okay. Like when he's in the back room looking for the hitman, he looks up there like this, and then he hears Harvey, and then comes back. I'm like, why are you going that way? Go all the way. I hate when they do that cliche in the movie with the guy who's getting close, and you can tell the bad guy's right there, and then he's like, nope.
Like, how do you not? You're saying, how did you not see that? Are you
right?
Like, he's literally standing right there on the other side, and you can't see him.
Yeah, which I will say, it was really also, there's a scene that irked me, and I didn't put it in my notes, but it irked me so bad. Is when Jim looks out the window. Okay, the killer hitman is standing right outside the door. He's standing right by the squad cars, and Jim does this. You did not see him?
Apparently not.
He was standing like Michael Myers doing this, going.
And then you cue the music. Dun 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 dun.
I don't understand how, I don't understand the logic in that. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
They didn't really go off the logic.
Instead, he just opens the door and he's like he's got my gun. Let's go.
He was able to snatch that gun very quickly when he dropped it.
But yeah, I thought, yeah. And also, I didn't like that. There's also another, then I hate at the end how Barbara gives him the ultimate. You can't love me. Oh, you can't be honest with me. And I'm just like, oh my God.
She's trying to get him to confess about Cobblepot and not keep any secrets.
You lied about an addiction. Let's not pretend you're a saint here, Barb.
I mean, Jim should have said, this is Oswald Cobblepot, and then that would have solved all the freaking problems in the world.
Yeah, how about just don't have them have that relationship? She decides to end off the engagement when he refuses to confess of his secrets that he's keeping from her. Like, dude, I have my reasons for keeping secrets. Don't try to fucking put this shit on me. You have a little secrets too.
Departmental discretion, much. Hello, but let's go to ratings.
Barbara really bugged me.
Jacob, 1 to 10.
7 out of 10.
Okay, Matt.
I'm gonna give this a 7.5. I really liked it. Like I said before, it's my favorite of the 3, and I mean, I did like the scene with Bruce and with Gordon about this whole Arkham plans, and that the criminals are now taking control of the Arkham plan, and it's destroying his family's legacy.
Well, 2 7.5s will make it 3. We are simpatico. I'm going 7.
Didn't Jake says 7?
I'll go 7.5. It's fine.
Okay, no, you can change it.
So, yeah, this was good. I liked it, and it's setting up for a lot of things I hope pay off. I'm hoping pay off.
Which this director, TJ Scott, directed a lot of the episodes with Xena, Warrior Princess, Orphan Black, Star Trek Discovery, Longmire, 12 Monkeys, and Spartacus.
Dude's got a great resume.
Yeah.
But I pass it off to all of you. What did you think of these episodes? Let us know in the comments. I want to apologize for my abrupt disappearance. My power went out and then came back on.
You should have just labeled it technical difficulties and just like.
Hey, we got it. We carried it. It was fine.
We were able to carry it, and we noticed that, like, oh god, your camera froze, and we saw that the lights went out, and we just see you, and I was like, dude, his power went out. I can tell.
When I saw the power lights go out, I'm like, okay, his power just went out, or his light bulb went out.
I had no doubt that you guys would carry it, but I just was.
I mean, it just feels like the whole. Is it a paranormal activity, or is this whole? Oh fuck! What was this horror movie that? God, what was that?
Is it raining there or storming?
I have no idea, but Matt, I think the movie you're looking for is Unfriended.
Yeah, Unfriended. That's the one. Like, I feel like we're in an Unfriended movie.
My one big concern was that I was worried that the recording would stop, and it looks like it's still going. So thank God.
Yeah, even if you're the host and you get booted, if you get booted out as a host, us as guests can still keep going and keep recording.
Yeah, that's what I like about StreamYard. If you leave, it keeps going. But on Zoom, if you leave, it stops.
Yeah.
But it's a privilege to do this show with these guys every week. Collins, where can the people find you?
They can find me. They can find me outside Cutting Your Power.
I mean, it could have been him.
Take the blue screen off now. Blue screen go off. I'm in his backyard.
He plays this on loop on live recording and it just sneaks in like.
Don't turn around, Ryan. I'm right behind you.
Or get stuck your hand in the blender like.
But no, they can find me at 3dmoviecinema.com. By the time this airs, I will have uploaded my review for the best movie ever made, Jurassic World Dominion, the movie that had no problems whatsoever, and actually was all.
It's your favorite movie of all time, Jake.
The movie that literally was like did not kill the franchise at all.
At least for a few years.
Oh God, I have to review that piece of shit. And I was like, oh God, I hate that movie so much.
Matt Wyatt, where can the people find you?
You can find my channel at Matt Wyatt 92. I've already reached 420 subscribers. I'm getting close to 500. Help me, I'm ready to help me reach a little bit higher. Help me get to that number. And if you want to check out my reviews, I got 28 Days Later, How to Train Your Dragon live action remake, Batman Begins, the 25th anniversary, and my recent movie that I just saw that will be coming out soon is Jurassic World Rebirth, a non-spoiler review. Then my latest video that I did, I trailer a reaction to the final trailer of the Fantastic Four. And by the time this episode airs on Tuesday, as you're watching it right now, I might see F1 this weekend. And by the time you watch it, then I will already have my review up on my channel.
Let's get Matt to 500, but at 420 for now, blaze it. But
there, I see what you did there.
As far as this channel goes, the Kaczynski Project will be wrapping up. Road to James Gunn's Superman will be wrapping up. We'll be talking about Man of Steel. So a lot to look forward to. But until then, for Jacob Collins, for Matt Wyatt, my name is Ryan Cam. Watch the skies. Stay off of the Gotham streets at night, and we'll see you next week. Y'all take care.